Hello and welcome back to Pokémon X, where today we are going to be doing more work at the Battle Maison to try and get us some ribbons. And we are also still trying to get a shiny Xerneas. And if you cast your eyes to the bottom screen for Pokémon X, you'll be able to see a new friend down there. I have changed around some items, as well as changed one party member. And so, we've got things going a little differently now. Also changed some moves. So, I want to have this guy up front, because he has got reasons to be there. But then as far as who I pair him with, Primus isn't a bad choice. But then we can't use double Earthquake, because Primus has no means of avoiding it. Could go with Leolune, but then... Well, no, we can use Earthquake with Leolune. She's got Protect now. Not the worst choice. And then we'll throw Primus and maybe Latios in back, because Leolune and Latios actually don't share any weaknesses. So, and I also rearranged their moves so they only overlap in terms of coverage with Psychic. Not the worst plan. Emperor could be useful. Cuthbert could be useful. Though if I brought Cuthbert at this point, I'd probably be leaving Primus behind, and I don't think I want to do that, because Primus is good still. Yeah, I think Latios gives us options. And that way we've got 2 physical and 2 special attackers, so hey, options. The battle between us two, within and of itself, that is art. Kinda wishing I had a fire move. Alright, what are we tracing? Alright, yeah, I didn't need to know that there was a steel move on the other side of the on the other side of the field. So that Emboar is a little scary for Lando, but Earthquake can fix that. And Gardevoir can Mega Protect. Interesting. Alright, used Quick Claw for something that's not even gonna happen to our team. Oh, but slowing down their own Ferrothorn, that's gonna make its Gyro Balls hit harder. And Curse for even slower Ferrothorn. Cofagrigus. I don't really have an answer to that. I don't think. Not on these two. Yeah, Outlander, I know you want me to use a Volcarona. Problem is, I don't want to use a Volcarona. I do like Volcarona quite a bit. don't want to bother getting one ready. I already had to get this Landorus, which did involve a smidge of RNG manipulation. He's got very good stats, but yeah. Alright, so I could just do Earthquake again. But no, I can't, because then Gardevoir would be left in the lurch. Rock Slide. And Gardevoir will... Hyper Voice will be resisted by Ferrothorn, but so would Energy Ball and Psychic. Yeah, let's Hyper Voice anyway. Ferrothorn is less specially bulky than physically bulky. And between a Rock Slide and a Hyper Voice, maybe it'll take real damage. And maybe it'll flinch, who knows? Okay, it didn't take real damage. Cofagrigus flinched, and Ferrothorn rests. Okay, not ideal, but not anything we can't live with. And that's a Chesto Resto, of course. So now I have to actually, like, for reals, worry about Gyro Balls. That's Cofagrigus down. The only Pokemon in existence who has a slur in its name. So, it's been bulldozed once and cursed twice. That Ferrothorn is getting a bit scary. If I were to U-turn, what does Latios have going for it? Forget. It's got Shadow Ball. That's neutrally effective. Okay, yeah. We're swapping to Latios. So let's U-turn the Mime. Yeah, Outlander, I would have liked it if Metagross got 2 variants in Gen 9, but let me tell you, I'd like it even better if they were good. Iron Moth and Slitherwing? They look neat, but they're not that good. Regular Volcarona is so much better than either one. Do we double switch here? No. But if we don't, then Liloon's absolutely gonna take a Gyro Ball and be in pain. Ooh, faked out of a U-turn. Well, let's try and mash the Mime. Ooh, almost don't even need to try and mash the Mime. Why does one Pokemon eating a berry hurt another Pokemon? Also, Landorus gets to click exactly one more move. Mime gone. Just got Ferrothorn to get through. Oh, nice attack boost. It occurs to me I have to swap Metagross out now because it's locked into a Steel move. let's go ahead and Shadow Ball that Ferrothorn, who seems to be really focused on payback instead of Gyro Ball for some reason, despite having been slowed down by 3 stages. That Gyro Ball would hit really hard right now. Okay, nice special defense drop. Means we probably win this turn. And yeah, Outlander, a past Metagross would not make sense. Yes, I shall name this piece The Tragic and Yet Alluringly Beautiful Artist. So it's about yourself? Or are you calling me an alluringly beautiful artist? But I'm not tragic, I won. Yeah, Ancient Metagross, how do you have something evolve into a supercomputer? You don't, that's how. Imagine if they did a future Metagross and it was just Metagross, but... No, it was literally just Metagross, I mean... Mega Metagross even loses its paint job like all of the future Pokemon do. What if it just came out that Metagross has been a future Paradox Pokemon this entire time? Shall I share an exclusive trip for training great Pokemon? Trip? Tip. Exclusive tip. Really? Lopunny and Sceptile. Certainly an interesting pair. Shame that Sceptile can't Mega Evolve. And we already killed the Sceptile's White Herb. Let's go ahead and U-turn it, because it's weak to that. And throw out a Mega Hyper Voice. Okay, I guess we're not getting that U-turn off. And fake out on Leland. Okay, so our team gets to do nothing this round. Trying that again. That is a speedy Sceptile. You're encoring someone who has not yet used a move. Let's go Primus now. I actually swapped over to Specs on Latios, if memory serves. I was gonna say, let's swap to Primus now, because that gives us more flexibility because of Choice Band, and that way if we find we need to change, we can. But, we've got 2 choice items in this team. But let's go ahead and do Earthquake Protect. Metagross doesn't really have too much to fear from either of those Mons, and Earthquake will do. Yeah, I was worried that we were about to get Encored into Protect, but no. Lopunny's gone now, we don't have to worry about that. And Earthquake is good into Barbaracle, and yeah. Oh, they are the one who got rid of the Lopunny because they used the Earthquake first. Okay. Scrafty, you say? Alright, well, Primus is going to swap out because we've seen that Earthquakes are coming. Let's swap into Landorus so that we get an Intimidate on that side of the team. And then Hyper Voice ought to just clean this up entirely. Okay, Focus Punch. But nothing to cause Gardevoir to flinch, and so yeah, battle's over. Imagine using Focus Punch with a Scrafty in front of a Mega Gardevoir. You'll be fine if you buy my DVD of Pokemon training tips. Imagine trying to sell a DVD in this day and age instead of a Blu-ray. Welcome, welcome. Step right up. Step right up and battle a spell. Okay. We got Swampert, and we got Whiscash. They both are threatening to Lando. So let's go ahead and just swap out. I feel like the Swampert is the bigger threat. But I also feel like if we leave the Whiscash alone, it's gonna, like, curse and become a nightmare. Yeah, Outlander DVDs are still supported by Blu-ray players, but who sells specifically a DVD in this day and age? I mean, good news, we've got Energy Ball to take care of things. So let's just get rid of the Swampert. Landorus is going to U-turn out, Gardevoir's going to Energy Ball it, so there should be no way the Swampert survives this turn. Should be. And bringing Metagross in here would be a mistake, what with all the earthquakes that they're going to throw out, probably. So, Latios, gonna keep that ground immunity. And yep, goodbye, Swampert. Also, I forget if I said, hey, guard, but hey, guard, I'm doing fine, hope you are too. Okay, so this guy clearly has a type preference. I'll go ahead and Thunderbolt that penguin while we Energy Ball the fish. And goodbye, fish. Imagine using Dragon Dance and still being slower than both of your opponents and getting one shot. Hey, it's not a water type. Still weak to Thunderbolt, though. Do I? No, I don't. I don't Hyper Voice. Because Hyper Voice, while it will do decent damage to Empoleon, I don't know if I can guarantee the KO. I probably can. Yeah, I probably can. Let's Thunderbolt the Aerodactyl. And go ahead and Hyper Voice. Barely survived that. Should have just Energy Balled instead of Hyper Voice. Then I'd at least do neutral damage. But I probably don't need it. Yeah, we're fine. Enough. That's enough. I wish my Gardevoir was shiny. Shiny Mega Gardevoir is great. I wish regular Gardevoir had the dress color change when shiny, but no, it's Mega only who puts on the black dress. It'd be neat if regular Gardevoir did. The endless process of entropy. That's where nature's true beauty lies. This dude likes ephemeral stuff. Venusaur and Ludicolo. So I'm thinking we U-turn the Ludicolo and we Psychic the Venusaur. Yeah, 100% Shiny Mega Gardevoir is a top-notch shiny. I'm not a huge fan of how regular Gardevoir gets slightly redder in her shiny. I do like the blue accents. I don't like how the white becomes slightly red. Okay, Ludicolo is not getting U-turned. Venusaur outspeeding Leoloon even without Sun. Interesting. Gone now, though. Yeah, I would have gone for a shiny Gardevoir if shiny hunting in Coliseum wasn't a nightmare. And also, if it wasn't shiny locked, if you don't use a hacked game. Or wait, no, not Coliseum. Is she from XD? Forget whether Gardevoir came from Coliseum or XD. Either way, whatever game she came from is shiny locked by default. And you have to basically use a hacked ROM in order to get shinies out of it. So we only get one more turn of Gardevoir, pretty much. Let's, again, try the U-turn on Ludicolo. And I guess we swap out Leoloon. That's what we do. Also, this guy sent out a Chlorophyll Venusaur and a Ludicolo on turn 1. Those two don't work together. I guess we send out Primus now. I really wish the Ludicolo would have gone down to that turn. But it's a Giga Drain on a not very effective slot, so could be worse. Someone used Payback on the right slot. Now, if I were to Earthquake, it would be resisted by the Ludicolo, but it would probably still go down because this is a choice band Earthquake from a Metagross. So, yeah, Earthquake is what we go with. And let's Shadow Ball the Ferrothorn. Did less than I wanted to see. Okay, we got a Rain Dance out. That's no surprise. And Ludicolo's gone. Feels weird that that Earthquake did about as much damage as the Shadow Ball. I always think of Ferrothorn as being more physically bulky. Because it is. I guess this is just a very specially bulky Ferrothorn. We got a victory bell. So I'm still locked into Earthquake. But that's fine, because Earthquake does good damage. I can't U-turn without getting my Gardevoir destroyed. I can't Earthquake without badly harming Primus. I guess we Rock Slide for now. Who knows, maybe we get a flinch. Rock Slide's a fantastic move like that. Like, Rock Slide is never a wrong answer. Really? You're going straight from Rain to Sun, huh? Set up Rain one turn, set up Sun the very next turn. This guy's got strategies. And the Earthquake was enough. Alright, we're good. Oh yeah, Ferrothorn's special defense is higher than I expected. You don't understand? Well, neither do I. It's really just something I heard somewhere. Okay, so maybe he's not into ephemeral stuff. I feel sad whenever I see a bright young child like you. Sad that you're getting replaced or something? Like, sad that children can be smart? What makes you sad about seeing bright young children? Okay, so I was gonna click Earthquake. But I think maybe clicking Rock Slide here is the better option. Super effective against Dugong, and does have a chance to flinch both of them. I think Rock Slide's the better option. And we are gonna go ahead and Mega Hyper Voice with Gardevoir. Fake out on Lando, okay. Not ideal. Ice Beam, oof. I should have considered that. We now no longer have a Lando. Oh, of course they got a crit too. I don't think it was necessary. I don't like losing my Lando like that. Yeah, let's bring out Latios. So Latios can get rid of that Dugong before it can do anything. And Gardevoir can Hyper Voice to get rid of Kangaskhan. I'm glad trainers here do not have Mega Stones. Okay, we've got an Alakazam and a Typhlosion. That is not an ideal pairing to see. Latios can do better for us if we swap him out so that he's no longer locked to Thunderbolt. Because his Shadow Ball, I feel, is going to be instrumental in getting rid of the Alakazam. Do I go for a Protect here? I think I go for a Protect here. Just to better scout out what's coming. I imagine they're probably both going into the slot Latios was in. Okay, Eruption hits both slots. That's goodbye Primus. Yep. And Signal Beam into Leland. Okay, so Protect there was a good call. Was it a perfect call? No. But it was a good one. We're in trouble. Yes, I think it's safe to say we are in trouble. Because if that Typhlosion outspeeds Latios, then pain will be acquired. But that Alakazam outspeeds Lealoon. Like, absolutely. And the Typhlosion outsped Alakazam. So that tells us that, yeah, it's almost certainly Scarfed. Do I have any tools to get out of this? What's my call? Alakazam has shown it's using Signal Beam. So it's got something super effective against Latios. So I think we have to try and get rid of the Zam, but we also have to try and get damage on Typhlosion so Eruption doesn't hit so hard. Yeah, I think we have to try and reduce the damage of Eruption. And then just go for a Hyper Voice, maybe. Okay, Lealoon's gone. And now Latios has to do this on his own. I don't think we're getting out of this one. Not with Alakazam outspeeding Latios too. Nope. Alright. So, that's a streak dead. The first flush of youth. It is too bright for me. Well, that sucks. If I hadn't lost Landorus so early in that match, we would have at least had... Well, no, Landorus wouldn't have outsped that Typhlosion. How does Landorus compare to Latios speed-wise? .281 to 350. Okay, yeah, no way Landorus would not have helped us there. Yeah, I don't think my team could have handled that, like, to begin with. Choice Scarf Eruption on Typhlosion is very nasty for us. Alright, well, let's do another challenge. Do I keep going with Landorus Lealoon as my opener? That's the question. I think the answer is yes. Latios is still a solid option with solid coverage. And Primus still does a lot of damage. I think we stick with this team and just hope we don't ever encounter another Typhlosion. I'm too used to picking no when they ask me yes or no questions after I've already chosen things. I think I am a Poke fan, therefore I am a Poke fan. The logic tracks. Yeah, no, Outlander Typhlosion does get access to a phenomenal strategy like that. It's a lot faster than it looks, and when you add a Scarf and throw on Eruption, it just does enormous damage. Hisuian Typhlosion makes it even more dangerous. It's kind of intense. Let's go ahead and Mega Protect here. Get that Earthquake out on the Kling Klang. Alright, Protect was a good call. The fact that that Snorlax outspeeds Landorus makes me think it's just a really fast Zoroark. It's not a Snorlax at all. So we know Zoroark wants to use Shadow Claw, which actually is a shared weakness between Latios and Gardevoir. It's the only one, I think. Metagross also shares that weakness. I just now realized that the 4 Pokemon I've chosen, we have a dramatic weakness to Ghost. Thankfully, Ghost isn't very common. But what do I do here? Do I go for a double Protect and Earthquake again? That seems not ideal. I think we go for a Rock Slide. We know another Shadow Claw is coming for Gardevoir. I could try for the double Protect. Rock Slide won't get rid of Kling Klang. But if I fail to Protect, which is 2 and 3, then that means that Earthquake would be very detrimental to us. I would probably lose Gardevoir on the spot if I clicked Earthquake and failed the double Protect. Yeah, Guard, my issue with handling the Eruption there was Gardevoir was already at half HP before the Typhlosion hit the field. So, yeah. You know what? Let's Hyper Voice. Okay, taunting Landorus. That's fine by me. Hopefully the Kling Klang flinches. Nope, no flinch, but a Screech on Landorus isn't the worst. I don't know that Hyper Voice is going to get rid of it. Oh, it is. Okay, nice. So we know they've got a Snorlax and a Seismitoad. Okay. I know what I'm doing to that Seismitoad. So maybe an Earthquake Protect this turn wouldn't be the worst. Let's go for that. Okay, Water Pulse on Lando, that's fair. So now we know the Snorlax wants to Wild Charge. Let's go ahead and U-turn Lando out, or do we not U-turn? Nah, let's U-turn Lando out. And let's Energy Ball this Toad. I was considering not U-turning because I think Lando's... yeah, his Life Orb gets rid of him. But it getting rid of him means the U-turn doesn't force a swap right now anyway, so it's fine. And that's Seismitoad down, and now Snorlax gets to, I don't know, try Wild Charge again. You're a Snorlax. Why aren't you using Double Edge instead? I promise you Double Edge will do more damage than Wild Charge on a Snorlax when targeting something that doesn't resist it. Hyper Voice, I believe, does more damage than Psychic thanks to Pixelate. At least when it hits a single target. And when it hits 2 targets, it does more damage because it's hitting more than 1 target. You should remember this. I am a Poke fan. I'm sorry, you're a what? Father, Mother, watch over my battle. Are you an orphan, or are they just in the audience? 'Cause, gonna feel bad if I'm beating up an orphan, not gonna lie. So I believe the thing to do here, as much as I want to keep Sapsipper, I'm still gonna Mega Evolve. I think we're gonna go Rock Slide, Hyper Voice. Apparently a common strategy for getting these ribbons is do singles with a Mega Kangaskhan and an Aegislash. Because basically hardly any trainers can handle that combination. Oh nice, we got some flinches with Rock Slide. Love to see it. Oh, poor Togekiss, we're using spread moves. If only you had Wide Guard instead. Yeah, if you're doing singles with Kangaskhan and Aegislash, who share no weaknesses, then yeah, it's... you can handle a whole heck of a lot. Hey, not a fan of the Intimidate that's about to show up. But I think we just stick around with more Rock Slides and more Hyper Voices. We can swap when we're dead. Okay, Leolune has been attracted. So I said we can swap when we're dead, but I think we're going to swap now. But also I think this Earthquake is about to finish this match for us. Father, mother, what should I do? Okay, again, are you an orphan or are they just in the audience? Did I have to trample an orphan on my way to the top? Hello, me old China. Time for the rhyma. That doesn't really rhyme very well, though, does it? I'm feeling Rock Slide Hyper Voice. Would have liked to have Trace go for the Dragonite. Because then we could at least have some information about whether it's multi-scale. Because what else was Ampharos going to be? Plus? Looks pretty multi-scale to me. Goodbye, Dragonite. I have a feeling we know who the Ampharos is going to attack, but it's not going to because it flinched. Hooray! And for some reason, I'm feeling Rock Slide again. I would just like to point out my Rock Slide hasn't missed anyone yet, and therefore I am due for some comeuppance. Okay, let's use a turn ferreting out this 50-50. Is it Levitate? Or is it Heat Shield or whatever? It is not Levitate. Okay. Good to know. Also, we win now. Nice crit. Even though I lost, I'll be fine. Best of luck, trainer. I guess she's done with the Rhyma. Maybe my telling her that China and Rhyma don't rhyme that well hurt her feelings and made her just drop rhymes entirely. Glad you made it. It won't be an easy job from here. I mean, yeah, I do have to get through, what, 45 more 45 more battles? Almost said 45 more bottles. We do not have to go through any bottles. And imagine if Leoloon got Porygon 2's download instead of Pinsir's Hypercutter. That would have been nice. Especially if it downloaded us some more special attack. That would have been lovely. Still 0 misses. Okay, Pinsir getting that Thrash out. Kind of painful. Porygon 2 barely holding on. Using Citrus. And the flinch, nice. Okay, we don't really have any tools for a Scavalier on this side. Other than we can Earthquake for neutral damage. Leoloon could protect, but I think at this point swapping her out for Latios is preferred. Though admittedly, Latios is weak to bug, whereas Leoloon is neutral to bug, so if it's Mega Horning Latios slot, then that'll be unpleasant. And yeah, guard, I have yet to see an Eviolite Porygon 2 in the Battle Maison. And this is, I believe, the second Porygon 2 I've seen in here. I think they just don't know how Porygon 2s work. Wait, what did a Scavalier do? I wasn't paying enough attention. Well, either way, we Earthquake it again, it's gone. And this Psychic should get rid of the Heracross. Because that's some specs right there. I got a little carried away earlier, but what job was I talking about? The job of getting to 50 wins in a row? This isn't a... Oh, it's cosplay made again. But where are Combat Maid and Doormat Maid? I smell an Earthquake. Yep, that's a Contrary Shuckle. Man, do we have anything that can lower Leoloon's special attack? That would be nice. But no. Mega and then protect. Alright, Landorus is stuck Earthquaking. That's not ideal. At least not as long as Leoloon is out. So let's go ahead and swap her over to Latios, so that Landorus can Earthquake with impunity. Okay. It's the first time we've seen an actual swap happen. Also, imagine seeing a Therian form Landorus and deciding, you know what move I should really use against that? Encore. Sorry, Weezing, your berry didn't help. That's Shuckle gone. Why even bother being contrary if you're just gonna Encore? I guess because someone might try and lower your defense or something. Alright, kinda wish I wasn't locked into Psychic right now. But until this Encore ends, I guess we're just using Psychic on the Slowbro, because we're not swapping to someone who's gonna eat an Earthquake. But also, I'm not gonna not click Earthquake when it does good damage. hey, one more turn of this and the Slowbro's gone. Water Pulse on Lando, no surprise. And Encore's over. So let's U-turn there. Bring out Leoloon. And there we go. Goodbye, Lando. Just because they're both decided by who wins and who loses, don't liken a battle to a game. But a battle is a game. Like, sports are games, so battles are games. They're games. Even if you ignore the fact that this is in a video game. Really, a non-contrary superior. Interesting. Let's go ahead and U-turn it while we Mega Psychic the Nidoqueen. Uh-oh. Why uh-oh? We're doing great here. And now let's go for an Earthquake with Protect. Okay, I could not have made a better call for this turn. So, Rising Star Tilda here clearly has a thing for grass starters. Gonna Earthquake again. We are swapping Leoloon out. Bringing in Lando, because these are two physical attackers we're looking at. Well, guess the Sceptile's not as physical as I was expecting. Too used to Sceptiles using Leaf Blade. Bring out Latios so that we have Latios out, I guess. It occurs to me that I should probably swap out Primus while I still can, so that we can have him Ice Punch later. time, let's just go ahead and Psychic the Sceptile. Alright, giving me a free swap, that's fine. Oh, not Protect. Hyper Voice. There we go. Hyper Voice and Psychic. This can't be. How could I be beaten in my own game? Thought you said it wasn't a game. Glad you made it. Oh, it's Easy Job Kid again. Okay, we got a couple of birds. Lando... I was gonna say Lando's not an ideal choice here, but then again, intimidating these two birds is going to help us. And you know what else is gonna help us? A little something called Rock Slide. But again, I am due for some comeuppance. We're probably gonna get a double miss. Or we could just not miss ever on anyone with Rock Slide. That's also an option. Nice flinch. Got the perfect flinch, in fact. Okay, for reals though, I'm gonna have to get punished for all these Rock Slide successes at some point. I'm thinking Earthquake Protect. Okay, Durant wants to use Metal Sound on Leoloon. That's interesting. Why does a Durant want to lower her special defense? I guess for the X-Blad to exploit? So X-Blad's stuck using Uproar. Another Earthquake will get rid of the Durant. Let's just go for the double Protect. Because this next Earthquake makes us win. Oh, and it's a Truant Durant. Who throws out a Truant Durant and is like, you know what I'm going to use with my one turn? Metal Sound. The whole point of Truant Durant is to use entrainment. I took this job because I wanted to see smiles on people's faces. Okay, Skarmory Halucha. We got a pair of birds again. But a pair of birds who aren't quite so weak to rocks. Still gonna use rocks, though. And let's go ahead and hyper voice it. Just because we can. Skarmory is more physically bulky than specially bulky. And between rocks and hyper voice, that Hawlucha is going to be gone. And we continue never missing a rock slide. Got a flinch on the Skarmory and learned that it's faster than Gardevoir and also avoided the hyper voice somehow. So that tells me Bright Powder? Thinking we U-turn the Slowking and we hyper voice again. Goodbye, Slowking. Stealth Rock works. It's an interesting choice in doubles. It's a lot more potent in singles, that's for sure. But it works. And I guess let's Shadow Ball the Ferrothorn and just use another Hyper Voice. That should get rid of the Skarmory. I would have Shadow Balled the Skarmory or Thunderbolted the Skarmory to get rid of it right here, but really, Skarmory got missed again. I've got a Thunder Wave from Ferrothorn on the Gardevoir. Okay. And Whirlwind on Gardevoir. Okay, just gonna paralyze her and then send her home. Got it. Interesting choice. Lefties on the Ferrothorn, makes sense. Drop another Shadow Ball over there, throw an Ice Punch at this bird. Losing is frustrating, but I'm glad I saw you smile. Yesterday was a party, today is a battle. I'm rich, I always have fun. And yet that other rich person we fought once said that money couldn't buy happiness or whatever. So maybe it depends on your outlook? Imagine if this is Intimidate Tauros and we trace it. Oh, it's a Sheer Force Tauros. Interesting. Alright, well, I think what we want to do here is throw out an Earthquake with a Protect. Endure is an interesting choice for turn 1 on a Sheer Force Tauros. Alright, protecting on Leoloon was the right call. What's this? Speed berry? Oh, attack berry, okay. Now we're pretty sure that Tauros isn't faster than Landorus, right? Let's go for the Rock Slide. Going for an Earthquake with double Protect would certainly get rid of both things on the other side. But it might also do significant damage to Leoloon. I don't want to see that. Why is this Hariyama so fast? Or does Feint have priority to match? Yeah, Feint's probably got priority to match Protect or something. So, Barbaracle and Whiskash. I want to click Earthquake for the Barbaracle, but I need to click Energy Ball for the Whiskash, so let's go for a Rock Slide and hope for a flinch on Barbaracle. Nice flinch, okay. We continue to never be punished. And heck, let's go for a Rock Slide again, and once again, Energy Ball, because quad weaknesses are real. It's pretty clear that what I need to be doing with my Landorus is apparently just click Rock Slide every turn forever, because I'm never getting punished for it. No work and all play makes me a dull girl. Don't you think I don't know that? Do you think I don't know that? No, it's all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All play does not make you dull, it makes you fun. Though I guess it makes you dull if you don't have the money to do all play. Let's start the battle. Time's a-wasting. Tentacruel Tangrowth. So that Tentacruel could absolutely be using a poison move into Gardevoir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect Earthquake. And from there, we can make a decision. Or is it better to just swap to Metagross right now? If we swap to Metagross, then we have momentum for next turn. Let's swap. If I fear a poison move, why not swap to the Pokemon that's immune to it? Because I was using Earthquake, that's why. I'm a fool. I've Earthquaked my own Metagross. Well, that was a blunder. I don't feel like getting Leoloon poisoned just yet, so let's send in someone who won't get poisoned. Something tells me that's a multi-scale Dragonite. Let's Rock Slide it, while we also Dragon Pulse it. That is not a multi-scale Dragonite. Nice flinch. Again, I should just click Rock Slide every single turn. It's clearly the winning strategy. A Scizor. That's actually a little scary. I don't have a fire move, and Scizors can be nasty. Let's go ahead and Earthquake. We will Dragon Pulse into the Tangrowth because we can at least do full damage to that. Goodbye, Tangrowth. Night Slash. Okay, that's gonna be unpleasant. Not as unpleasant as it could have been. And another Earthquake will win this for us, so let's just Earthquake Dragon Pulse. My blunder has not cost us a match. What? It's already time, and we can't go into overtime. Hey, this guy who wants to skate to impress the ladies. Okay, Aerodactyl Ampharos. Okay, we don't know what ability the Ampharos has, but it's probably not going to matter. I'm going to go ahead and Rock Slide. And just for safety's sake, I think I'm going to Protect. Because almost certainly they're going to be doubling into Gardevoir. Probably a Crunch from Aerodactyl, probably some kind of electric move from Ampharos. Or maybe Signal Beam. Oh, Rock Slide also isn't an option, I suppose. Please don't flinch my Lando. Alright, my Lando did not get flinched. Goodbye, Aerodactyl. And flinched the Ampharos. Because I am never, ever punished for clicking Rock Slide. And let's Hyper Voice here. Nice flinch on the Mandibuzz. We continue to never ever be punished for clicking Rock Slide. Yeah, it is very, very clear that Rock Slide is the best move in the game and that I need to be clicking it more. Alright, well that thing levitates, so we can't Earthquake it. So I guess we click Rock Slide. We continue never missing. And we won't find out if it got the flinch. Or rather, if it got the flinch. Brain was having trouble deciding between got or gets. And it split the difference, and thus I got get. And it's Beauty's Aroma person. The Beauties and Aroma ladies are becoming a single trainer class, etc. Tauros and Porygon 2. Come on, give me that download. 50-50. Give me the download. Of course, it gives me the sheer force. Oh, we would have traced trace. I guess it's fine then. I'm not a fan of it tracing Intimidate. Well, Rock Slide is the best move in the game. So we're going to click that. And let's go for a Hyper Voice. Swagger. Alright, they picked the right target to Swagger, that's for sure. And knowing that that Tauros outspeeds Landorus is good information. Alright, Hyper Voice goes through. We'd like to see that. Goodbye, Tauros. This doesn't feel like an Eviolite Porygon 2. But it's not Citrus Berry either. And we don't know what it is. What I do know is that I want to click Earthquake here. So I'm going to click Earthquake here. And I'm also going to Protect. I'm going to wish my Landorus hadn't been intimidated. By a duck. But they're both down anyway, so we only have one more Pokemon to get through. Okay, we want to continue clicking Earthquake. So let's go ahead and click that. Gardevoir is going to swap out for Latios. And Lando is gone after this Earthquake. Got a Shuka Berry over there. And let's bring out Primus, who can also Earthquake this Drapion. Dragon Pulse it with Latios. And this should be the last turn of this battle. Yep. Hey you, don't mess with me or I will destroy your Pokemon. But what if it is your Pokemon who get destroyed? Okay, so we can hit the Spiritomb for super effective. But I don't want to leave Gardevoir unprotected in the face of a Nidoking. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to Earthquake Protect. We're not going to swap to Metagross. Because who knows, the Nidoking might be trying to Earthquake specifically Gardevoir. So yeah, Earthquake Protect. And hey, the Spiritom's probably like using Shadow Ball on Gardevoir, right? So Earthquake hopefully gets rid of the Nidoking. Good. Spiritom's got a Citrus. Grudge. Okay. Tyranitar, you say? Okay. Part of me wants to click Earthquake on that Tyranitar. Part of me wants to click U-turn on that Tyranitar. And considering I would have to get a double protect for the Earthquake to be worth it. Yeah, let's U-turn the Tyranitar while we also Hyper Voice. Sucker Punch on Leoloon, okay. It's not the worst. And they should both go down to this Hyper Voice. Let's bring in Primus. I think between a Metagross and a Gardevoir, we can handle a Rose Raid. How could I lose to such a wimpy move? God, it bugs the snot out of me. Psychic isn't a wimpy move. There are no such things as brakes on my skates. Then how did you stop in front of me? After having just, you know, done a kick or whatever. The thing that you do to make yourself move. You did it. And then you just came to a stop directly in front of me without, like, sliding to a stop or anything. You just stopped, so... I feel like your skates do in fact have brakes, sir. So that Crobat is a threat to Leoloon. I'm going to Rock Slide Protect. Just to see... Shiny! We found it! But we're gonna Rock Slide Protect to see what the Crobat wants to do. But yeah, let's get this shiny Xerneas. So, what we want to do is put it to sleep. We can miss. Does Geomancy still go off if he gets put to sleep before the boost? It doesn't. Wow. Alright. I wasn't paying attention to what the Crobat did. I'm just going to click Rock Slide again. Okay, so... Xerneas is asleep. And I think we're just going to be fine with only sleep for a bit. After a few turns, we can put forth the Exeggutor strat. Or we can just catch it on the first ball. That also works. Oh, look, a couple of birds in front of a Landorus who knows Rock Slide, the best move in the game. Yeah, I would protect too. Okay, Landorus is gone. Unfortunately for them, that doesn't mean their Haunch Crow is safe. Excuse me. As is tradition, we will look at the Xerneas in the box. Predicting Xerneas to be brave, huh? We'll have to see. And that is a Moxie-boosted Haunch Crow. But I don't think it survives this Thunderbolt. And we still had a Metagross in back. It is a hardy Xerneas. They've got to be defective or something. Please, someone, anyone, stop me! Okay, so his skates not having brakes isn't an intentional thing. I do have another shiny hunt queued up. So let me just swap game cards over here. And hey, we actually got Shiny Xerneas before finishing our time in Pokémon X. That's nice. Always working me to the bone, like I ain't even worth their time of day or nothing. Admittedly, the shiny that I have queued up here in Ultramoon is one that was basically a case of, ugh, I can't find the one I want, I'll just go with this one. It's been a few hours and I'm gonna just take whatever the next one that even slightly interests me is. And thus do we get a Lugia hunt for now. I already have a shiny Lugia, but I don't have one from this, and Lugia is cool, so we get to look at Lugia for a bit. And I'm gonna click Earthquake, and I'm gonna click Protect. Yeah, the only shiny I can get from Ultra Space that I don't already have at least one of at this point is Uxie. Or is it Azelf? It's whichever one I haven't gotten yet of those two. But I couldn't find either one. And I spent hours in Ultra Space looking for legendaries to shiny hunt. Not gonna click Earthquake again, gonna click Rock Slide, which should get rid of both of them. And Hyper Voice just in case. Man, Game Freak made a real mistake when they gave Rock Slide 100% accuracy. Okay, I'm feeling Earthquake Protect. This Earthquake will weaken that water spout as much as possible and also potentially get rid of the Raichu. Okay, I guess we're doing Rock Slide Protect. Never mind. Sure, force me to use the best move in the game. And it flinched the whale. Okay. So, Rock Slide, and let's Energy Ball that whale. Oh, hey, Rock Slide doesn't have 100% accuracy. That Raichu used Thief on Landorus, despite having an item already. I was gonna say thanks for taking my Life Orb when I'm low health, but no, it didn't take my Life Orb. Oh no, we're stuck using Hyper Voice with a Mega Gardevoir. Truly, woe is me. What a bunch of louts. Don't they even get that I'm always working my tail off over here? You! How can this be? It is like seeing my former master alive in the flesh again. Espeon and Muck is an interesting combination. An interesting combination that I very much feel like earthquaking. Okay, we're both using Protect on our psychic types. This is an Earthquake exclusively for Muck. Goodbye, Muck. You're not making me want to Earthquake any less. So I guess Gardevoir is going to swap out for Latios. Yawn, huh? On Lando, that's not ideal. But I have a plan. I don't know if it'll work, but I have a plan. Okay, Focus Sash on the Espeon makes sense. Tyranitar. So we've already seen that that Espeon can protect. So I'm going to ignore the Espeon completely because the Sandstream is going to get rid of it. Let's U-turn the Tyranitar. And let's Dragon Pulse the Tyranitar. Wow, that did nothing. And Lando uses U-turn. Espeon yawned into Lando's slot, apparently. And does Lando fall asleep before leaving? It does not. Okay. U-turn's a great counter for yawn, then. And let's bring in Lealoon. Not that it matters, because Latios is faster and Tyranitar goes down to the next Dragon Pulse. Or maybe Latios isn't faster. Thunderwave T-Tar. Interesting choice. And goodbye, T-Tar. Even your strength is just as my master's was. Please, allow me to serve at your side. Okay, but I can't pay you. Oh, hey, it's Cosplay Mate again. Haven't seen her in a bit. Been like 10 battles. Tentacruel and Armaldo. I do believe Leoloon wants to protect, while Landorus earthquakes, and we do not swap to Metagross. And now we know that that Armaldo cannot be crit. We do not swap to Metagross. Oh, Ice Beam into Lando, that's unfortunate. Even more unfortunate when the Tentacruel outspeeds it. Well, we got good information. But also, it's kind of bad information. Knowing that that Tentacruel is so fast. Let's Psychic it. And also, let's Psychic it. Just to ensure that it goes away. Okay, so it's faster than Lando, but slower than Latios. Well, this Armaldo has sealed its death warrant. Slowing itself down, only to raise its physical bulk in front of a pair of special attackers. So let's go ahead and Psychic the Conch Elder, just to ensure that this Hyper Voice can get rid of it. We can already be fairly certain. Okay, I guess the Psychic gets rid of it. We can already be fairly certain that a Hyper Voice will get rid of the Armaldo when Psychic got it more than half health down. Yep. And Musharna in the back. Okay. Latios swaps out for Primus here. Gardevoir continues to click Hyper Voice. And it landed a Hypnosis into Metagross. Unfortunate, but we're faster and Hyper Voice did more than half its health. So I don't really have to care. Oh, hey, it's Work to the Bone Butler again. We saw him more recently than we saw Cosplay Made. Another Tentacruel, okay. Well, given what happened last time, I think what we do is we protect Lando while Gardevoir attempts to eliminate the jellyfish. Alright, protecting Lando was the right call. Does this get rid of the jellyfish? It does. Excellent. I have learned. Shell Smash is a little scary. Gengar is also a little scary, but isn't this the generation where they took Levitate away from it? No, it still has Levitate until it Mega Evolves. I'm pretty sure. So we don't Earthquake it. Let's try for a Rock Slide. I don't know if it's going to actually do anything for us. And let's protect Gardevoir just to scout things out, I guess. Okay, Gengar trying for Hypnosis. We now know that Gengar is faster than Lando. Caracosta is not yet faster than Lando. Alright, well, Lando's gone. But that means we can bring in Latios, who is faster than Lando. And should be faster than Gengar as well. So, let's Psychic that Gengar, get the heck rid of it. And Energy Ball the Caracosta, which should also eliminate that. Alright, even with the Shell Smash speed boost, it's not that fast. And we've got a Victory Bell facing off against two Psychic types. I believe we have won. Yeah, I don't know that Pyapa Berry is going to help you. I mean, it helped you survive one Psychic, but yeah, you're not going to get through both. Oh, hey, it's Apple a Day guy. Ganium and Dewgong. So knowing what happened the last time we saw a Dewgong, it's an overgrown Ganium. That's boring. And knowing what happened the last time we saw Dewgong, I'm going to protect Lando while I Energy Ball the Dewgong. Leolun's faster than Dewgong. I should have just Rock Slide. Now there's a light screen up. That's unfortunate. Well, knowing that Lando is faster than Dugong, we can go ahead and Rock Slide now. And I guess Hyper Voice. It's not going to do as much through that light screen, but it's still going to do damage. Dugong down. Nice unnecessary crit. Solar Beam. It's going to be... No, you're not using an herb to speed up the solar beaming process. Citrus? Citrus indeed. And we got a Blaziken. So here's the plan. Lando is going to U-turn the Meganium to get rid of it before the solar beam goes off, while Gardevoir uses Psychic on the chicken. Bringing in Latios for the fire and fighting resistances. And Will-O-Wisp, which missed. Okay, we don't have to worry about this Blaziken. And what is this person's final Pokemon? It is a Torterra. You know, I had considered putting Ice Beam on this Latios, but I elected not to because Metagross already had Ice Punch, and Emperor also had Ice Punch, and I was like, oh, I don't need 3 ice moves. Problem is, I'm not bringing Emperor, but then again, if I was to replace any of these moves with Ice Punch, it would be Thunderbolt, just from a coverage standpoint, and having a Thunderbolt on this team is useful in case we come across a Gyarados at some point. And thus, we're just going to click Psychic. And also Psychic. Or no, Psychic and Hyper Voice. There we go. Would have been nice to have Ice Beam against this. That feel when Hyper Voice from Mega Gardevoir did more damage than Psychic from a Specs Latios. Pixelite's good. It just is. Oh, hey, step right up guy. I'm thinking Rock Slide Hyper Voice. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, Leoloon has a strong jaw now. I am now just imagining Gardevoir drawn as the Giga Chad meme. With that strong jawline. No flinch on the Skarmory. Unfortunate. And goodbye, Tyrantrum. Yeah, Outlander, I am positive that someone has drawn that at some point. Positive. I'm thinking Rock Slide again, and then we Energy Ball to the Quagsire. Nice flinch on the Skarmory. Slide continuing to be the best move in the game. I'm thinking Earthquake Protect. Because that Skarmory probably wants to keep Steel Winging Gardevoir, and I want that Excadrill gone. Or it wants to Brave Bird Lando. Interesting. Bold choice when your HP was already in the red. I'm glad Gardevoir is getting so much value for us. Like, I'm sad Primus isn't getting as much value as it used to. But our battle facility trips thus far have basically been the Latios and Metagross show. So getting to see another one of our 4 Ribbon Masters to be getting serious use is nice. I have raised these very special Pokemon using a special method. So I'm thinking we Rock Slide and Hyper Voice. Head Smash. That's gonna hurt. And that's in fact gonna be lethal. Okay. Archeops activating its own Defeatist. Clearly that Archeops was just here to use Head Smash exactly once. That was the whole reason it was on that team. And yeah, it served its purpose. Can definitely say that. I wish that they had to send their Pokemon out first so that I could make a more informed decision here. I want to send out Primus to be able to Ice Punch the Tangrowth, but that locks Lando out of Earthquake. Let's do it anyway. Arcanine. Okay, I should have gone for Latios. But then again, maybe what we do here is we U-turn out of Lando and we Earthquake with Primus. Yeah, I'm not surprised that that overheat came out. That's probably going to be it for Primus, huh? So I guess we're not U-turning out of Lando. That's real unfortunate, because now we're stuck with that Intimidate. Oof, Tangrowth barely took any damage, too. Oh, I guess we aren't stuck with that Intimidate. Nice! And yeah, Guard, I also have a bad feeling about this one, but we've still got room to pull out a victory here. And Lando comes out with an Intimidate for them. Though if Arcanine just wants to use Overheat, that's not going to do much, but I don't know that it's going to want to Overheat against these two. I need to make a good decision here with what to do with Latios, and I think that good decision is Dragon Pulse. Because of all these moves, Dragon Pulse is the one that is resisted by the fewest things. And yet all 4 of these moves could end up with Latios just being entirely worthless against whatever's in the last slot, because there is a type that is immune to each one of them. But I think Dragon Pulse is the correct call here. Hello there. Is that Can or Con? Either way, hello. Let's go ahead and Dragon Pulse the Tangrowth and Earthquake the both of them. Okay, Tangrowth gone. Overheat again. Okay. Right, I guess Lando doesn't resist that. Okay, suddenly we are in a worse position. Magmortar, okay, at least we get to do neutral damage to it. And Arcanine has been intimidated and had its special attack lowered by Overheat. So Arcanine is a lesser threat right now than the Magmortar, I would say. And yeah, I kind of neglected to realize that that is an Arcanine in the sun. Oh, and it knows Dragon Pulse. Okay, I think we just lose now. Never mind, that didn't do much. This Flare Blitz isn't going to tickle, though. Okay, yep, we lose. I probably should have put the Dragon Pulse on the Arcanine, if I'm being honest. Pokemon will be strong or weak, depending on how you raise them. And actually, looking at the time, this is a decent place to call it, that's for sure. I was going to have to end after a battle or two anyway. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one more Lugia check. And no shiny, of course. Yep. Gonna go ahead and call it here. That's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. I will be back on Thursday, at which point I will also be back to a streak of, let's call it 25. See ya then, friends.